Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on a beautiful Tuesday night on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there, of course, forever. Um, the Rockets beat the Spurs 111 to 106. The Spurs got up by 16 in this game and ended up losing mainly in that fourth quarter. The Spurs go to 30 and 14 and 14 and 9 on the road. The Rockets go to 26 and 15 and 15 and 3 at home. They played at home in this game. Spurs won the first quarter 39 to 28. They lost the second quarter 32 to 31. It was 22 to 22 by the end of the third. And then the Rockets, mainly Reed Shepherd and Jabari Smith, and some shots from KD and a couple shots from Şengün, they win the fourth quarter 29 to 14. They mainly got popped a little bit in this game because their defense was just terrible. Too many miscommunications, too many easy baskets for the Spurs. They ended up playing harder. They ended up doing more on the defensive end. The Rockets did, and they gave themselves a chance to win. And even then, the Spurs just couldn't make shots. And even when they was getting good looks, they wasn't able to put it down a lot of the times. And you got to give credit for the Rockets for making theirs and never really backing all the way down. If anything, they applied more pressure and they came after Spurs more. And it ended up being a winning formula for them in this one since they won the game. Harrison Barnes was the only starter to not score in double figures in points. He played 25 minutes. He had 6 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field and 2 of 5 from three. All his makes was threes. All his misses was threes and a two-pointer. But he had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal in the block. He also had no personal fouls and finished as a -2 and plus minus. Julian Champagnie, 34 minutes, 27 points. That ended up being the most on the team tonight. He had to go 8 of 17 to get in 8 of 16 from three, which was a really good thing because they all was good looks. He did force a couple in this game that he really didn't have to shoot, but he was just feeling himself so much, so he was letting it go anyway. He also went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 8 rebounds and 2 assists with no turnovers. He also got 2 steals and 3 personal fouls. And he was a guy that finished with 1 offensive rebound, 2 out of his 8. He also was a +5 and plus minus. Everybody in the starting lineup did get a rebounder more and an assister more in this game. Victor, he was just struggling to get quality looks. They made things very hard and very difficult for him in this game. And it was mainly because he ended up taking a lot of jump shots and he just continued to settle for them too much. And I know he can make them. I know he's tall enough. I know it's still a good shot for a guy like him. But some of them he wasn't even comfortable in. He was just taking them, and some of them he was just too overconfident. And he didn't even really try to get closer to the basket. He didn't even try to get a lot of dunks. He didn't even get a lot of alley oops. He didn't even make his threes. I mean, he was just bad offensively in this one. But 30 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 21 from the field, 0 of 7 from three. He did, though, go 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He still did have a double-double because he finished with 10 rebounds. He also had 2 assists and 1 turnover, 5 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a -14 and plus minus for him. And Fox wasn't really that much better. 32 minutes he ended up playing. He ended up having 14 points, which he needed more to beat a team like the Rockets. He also went 6 of 15 from the field and 2 of 6 from three. He had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, but he also had 3 turnovers and a steal. He also had 2 personal fouls and it was a -7 and plus minus. I mean, he settled a lot for his jump shot. He opted not to get to the basket. He opted not to attack that much. He settled for perimeter shots just like Victor a lot of the game. And the Rockets was fine with conceding those shots throughout the game. You can say the same for Stephon Castle. 35 minutes, 13 points. He went 5 of 19 from the field. He was no better than them. He also went 2 of 8 from three. He only made 1 free throw and only had 1 attempt from the free throw line. He also had 7 rebounds and 8 assists, which was the best part of his night was the assists and the boards. He did still have 3 turnovers. He did get a steal in the block. He also had 4 offensive rebounds and 2 personal fouls and a minus 12. And plus minus, the best player off the bench today was Keldon Johnson, and he has been for a lot of their games this season. 27 minutes was the most off the bench. He also took the most shots, tied with Dylan Harper with 9, but he went 5 of 9 from the field. He missed every single three, 0 of 3 from the 3 point line, and some were just wide open that you're surprised that he missed them. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 6 boards. He also had no turnovers and 2 steals. He also only had 1 personal foul and finished the game with 2 offensive rebounds and was a minus 2. And plus minus, Carter Bryant, 11 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, and a plus 2. And plus minus, you're just happy that he scored and the shots that he took was good looks. Even the threes that he missed. Luke Cornett, big net. He played 24 minutes and he ended up having 8 points, but he did his efficiently, 4 or 5 from the field. He took all good looks, and that's something that he's been doing this entire season. He also had 6 boards and 1 assist. He did have no turnovers. He led the team in blocks with 2. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a plus 3 and plus minus. He has been a good find for them. They needed a guy like him, and he's showing you that he is a perfect fit with this Spurs team and what they're trying to do, whether if he starts or comes off the bench. He gives them exactly what they need at that center position. And then Dylan Harper, 23 minutes, 8 points. He went 4 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3 point line. He did have 3 rebounds and 5 assists. The 5 assists ended up being the most on the team from the bench perspective. But he needed to do it because he was attacking the right way and he kept getting good looks that way too. But passing is always something that he has been able to do at a decent level. It was just quick, easy reads for him to make. He just had to decide if he actually wanted to pass the ball, which he did a lot more in this game. But missing all his threes does suck. But he also did have 1 turnover and a block. No personal fouls and was a plus 2 and plus minus. And that's it for the Spurs. The Houston Rockets, they looked like they was going to lose. It looked like the Spurs was better. It looked like the Spurs was going to blow them out, which they was up by 16, like I said before. But they just took it little by little, possession by possession. And next thing you know, they got back in it. Next thing you know, it got real close. Next thing you know, they got the lead. And then they was able to close out the Spurs by a good enough margin. Kevin Wayne Durant, he played 39 minutes. He had 18 points with 7 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. He also had shot 2 of 4 from three and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 turnovers, a steal, and a block. Good game from him. He did a lot of things for this team. He didn't hog the ball. He didn't force really too many shots. He did miss some easy ones too, but like I say, shot over 50%, so you can't complain too much. And his defense has been more improved with the Rockets. They're wanting it to be that way. They need it to be that way if they're going to be a significant team in the Western Conference, because most people don't look at the Rockets as one of those teams. 2 personal fouls and a plus 1 and plus minus. Jabari Smith Jr., 35 minutes, 17 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a block. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 1 and plus minus. The mid-range jump shot was going for him. The three-point shot was going for him. He was able to attack a little bit too. And you just like the fact that he's just taking his time and just playing what the defense gives him, but also just having extreme confidence in himself to make the right decision when he does have the ball and those scoring opportunities, and also passing the ball if you don't have anything that he likes or he feels that he could make. Alperen Şengün, 34 minutes, 20 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 13 rebounds, so a double double for him, 9 assists, 4 turnovers, and 2 blocks. Near triple double for him. He was the hub for him. They ran so much through him, and he was able to do it almost, at a dominant level. And that's something that you have to really be happy about in this one against a really, really good defensive team and a tough team to beat this year with their current roster in the San Antonio Spurs. But he also had 2 blocks, no personal fouls. It was a minus 2 and plus minus. Josh Okogie played 17 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 2 of 2 from the field. He made his only 3. He missed all of his free throws, 0 of 3 there. 1 rebound, no turnovers, and a steal. His only rebound was offensive. He also had 2 personal fouls, was a -9. And plus minus Amen Thompson, 39 minutes, 16 points, 6 of 14 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds. He finished with a double double, and that was really good to see. He's always attacking, he's always putting that extra effort, and he's always being in the right spots because he times those things real well, and that's how he got a steal in the block and 2 blocks, I should say. In this one, he also had 6 assists. They have so much talent and so much shooters and so many scorers. If you don't have something that's good, it's always good to just pass it up because they're going to figure something out if you get the ball to them. No personal fouls in the +7 and plus minus. Dorian Finney-Smith, 15 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnover. His rebound was offensive. He also had 2 personal fouls and was a +9 and plus minus. Tari Eason, 20 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 6 from the field. He also had 6 boards. The 6 boards ended up being the most off the bench. He had 1 assist, 3 turnovers, and still in the block. And he also had 2 offensive rebounds out of the 6 with 2 personal fouls. Was a -3 and plus minus. You're just happy that he was efficient with the shots that he was taking because they all was decent looks. Clint Capella stayed in the paint, and it was a good idea. He played 12 minutes with 6 points. He was 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did get 2 rebounds. One of them was offensive. He also had a block in this one, and he also had 1 personal foul. Finished as a +6 and plus minus, and then Reed Shepherd, the hero of the game. They needed that extra punch off the bench, and it ended up being Reed. And a lot of the times it is him, and he's a two-way player. 21 points, 8 of 17 from the field. He took the most shots on the team. Everybody was flat. Everybody was wondering what was going to happen. And Reed Shepherd just showed up and showed out to the best of his ability, going 4 of 10 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He also hit mid-ranges and got to the basket. He also dished out 4 assists with no turnovers. And he also had 2 rebounds, 1 still in the block with no personal fouls. And he finished as a +15 on the team, and that was the highest on the team. The Spurs shot 39% from the field. The Rockets shot 52%. The Spurs shot 28% from 3 with 50 attempts. The Rockets shot 27 threes and made it at 37%. 10 free throws from the Spurs. They made all of them. 22 for the Rockets, but they only shot 68%. 45 rebounds total as a team for the Spurs. 43 for the Rockets. 29 assists for the Rockets. 24 for the Spurs. 9 turnovers for the Spurs. 14 for the Rockets. 5 steals for the Rockets. 7 for the Spurs. 9 blocks for the Rockets. 5 for the Spurs. 14 offensive rebounds for the Spurs, 6 for the Rockets, and 37 defensive rebounds for the Rockets, 31 for the Spurs, and 16 personal fouls for the Spurs. And the Rockets only committed 11, but like I said, the Rockets did shoot 12 more free throws than the Spurs, but they didn't really make it at a good percentage anyway. And this game was close. It should have been the Spurs game. They found a way to lose it. And I mean, even at one point it was 91-92, and the Spurs really couldn't make nothing. You was wondering, where is Victor? What is they really doing? How did they even get in this situation to begin with? They just couldn't make a basket, no matter how easy or how good the shot looked to a fan or a person like me. They still couldn't make it for some reason, and it was just meant for the Rockets to win this one. They played their part. They did what they were supposed to do, and they got a win that seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but they made it happen and they got it done. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.